Well, I'm about to piss some people off. So this was a conversation that was on my personal Facebook page. Borrowed it from another gentleman. And after a few days of listening to the different comments, I did post what my first three statements were in the post. And ladies, if you take this personally, then it is you trying to force someone to adhere to your beliefs and not to what a man is telling you. Now, I'm going to say that these are just my own personal ones. They do not encompass the thought process of every man, but yet there are many men who feel the same way because of the comments that were in the post of mine, as well as the post of the other gentleman who posted this as well. So the first one that I'm going to discuss here, and that is the fact that the minute a woman tells me that her money is her money, we're done. Completely done. There has only been one time in my life that I engaged in a relationship with a woman that said her money is her money and my money is my money. And as you know, most relationships end over sex, politics, or money. And knowing this, after many years, I had never in any relationship stayed with anyone that did not understand that our money is our money and that it all comes together. And I have a plan to which I utilize. That plan in the simplest format goes as such. Regardless of who makes the most amount of money, all the money comes in, and each one of us is given a personal expense account of equal amount. So if it's $100, if it's $1,000, it does not matter. You have a personal account to do whatever you like. Then the remaining of the money, 70% goes to our household bills and needs. To include in these household bills and needs is all your skin care, hair care, beauty care, as well as any type of therapy, spa therapy, whatever is desired, are put into that budget to include the mortgage, the food, clothing, all those sorts of things. These are our necessities in order for us to live the lifestyle that we desire to live. Then 10% goes into savings, 10% goes into play money, which play money is the money that we go out on dates with and have fun with, whether it's just me and that person or me and that person and children. And then 10% goes into investments. And that investment is designed for things that is going to bring us a return on our investment, short term and long term. For the one that balked at that I went ahead and engaged in a relationship with, money turned out to be an issue. Initially, she made more money than I did, but then as I started making more money than her, she wanted to flip the script, and now it was I'm supposed to pay all the bills, and she would get to go and do with her money whatever she chooses to do. We were not a team, so therefore, that doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. The other comment that I made is that if anything comes before me, to include the children, we will not work. Now, many women balked at this one because they were saying that, well, my children come first because when he leaves, my children will still be there. You have already set up the ideas in your mind that the relationship is not going to last, and therefore, since you've already set that up in your mind, you will subconsciously or consciously do things that will end the relationship. I've been a part of that as well, where the kids and the church and the house and everything else came before me. So here I am taking care of all the household needs financially, making sure everything is protected, and then I'm coming after everything else. Here's the thing. When you desire to be with someone, you are saying that you want to be with that person for the rest of your life. Your kids will grow up, leave you, and then go and have their own lives. Your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, everybody will go have their own lives. Your job will continue without you. Your family, you left your parents. They will are living their own lives without you. Your spouse is the only person who is saying, I want to be with you for the rest of your life. Therefore, two people, when they come together, they should be in the mindset of I'm going to do whatever is necessary to make sure that this person is happy, make sure that this person has whatever they need. Now, you may come together and decide that we're going to sacrifice this vacation or sacrifice this purchase or sacrifice this time for the development of the children and for the betterment of the children. But at no point in time do those kids come first. I'm too tired to have sex with you. I'm too tired to go out on a date with you. I'm too tired to do. I'm too tired to do. If a man or a woman is saying that, then they are not putting you first. They are not putting the relationship first. And therefore, they're not putting what is supposed to be permanent first. Therefore, cannot be with that person. Now, the other thing that I said, that if a person says to me, and we are done, my interest starts to wane immediately, is if a person says divorce is never on the table. Now, understand, not that I'm looking to divorce anyone. I would not be looking for the divorce. But it has been my experience of my own life, as well as watching the lives of other people, that when they make that statement, it is a statement of being lazy. It does reverberate back to my last statements, my last comments. When you say that divorce is not on the table, you then are allowing yourself to let yourself go. You're then allowing yourself to let the dating go. You're then allowing yourself to let the sex go. You're then allowing yourself to allow anything else to come into the relationship, because now you're saying whatever I do, whatever he does, there should be no impact of divorce. It doesn't work that way. Whatever you did to get me, whatever I did to get you, I need to do, and you need to do twice as much to keep me, for me to keep you. If you are not focused on continuing to keep the relationship vibrant, then why would I be with you? And if in your mind you're always thinking divorce is not an option, divorce is not an option, divorce can never be on the table, then you will begin to become lazy. You will then begin to think that I don't have to keep surprising him or her. I don't have to keep loving him or her in the same way that I got him or her. I can now be lazy, and they're an afterthought. Their happiness, I'll catch up to it later. When I get to a certain state, I'll do those things to make them happy. That brings about laziness, because you're no longer focused on the relationship. And as I said before, the job will go on without you. Your family members will leave you. This is the only person who is promising, is trying to stay with you for the rest of your life. And by having that mindset of divorce is never on the table, you become lazy, and then you won't strive to do the things that continue to make that person happen. And then as the relationship evolves, you won't be focused on making sure that you evolve with the relationship, so that the relationship can maintain itself. You allow the distractions of life to separate you from this relationship. And then at some point, although you both may have said divorce is never on the table, all of a sudden it's on the table. Now, there were many other things that other people said that were dealing with money, that was dealing with children, that was dealing with how many children a person already has, with a bunch of things that takes away from the interest of a man. So I'm really curious to see what the fellas have to say. What are the things that a woman can say to you, and then you begin to lose interest in that woman immediately? Let's have a conversation. And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.